This toddler and her dog had been missing for 2 days, but then a man saw a shape in his backyard. After 2-year-old Charlie Campbell and her dog Penny had been missing for almost 2 days, those searching for her must have feared the worst. Presumably out in the open, and with just a canine for companion, things were starting to look bleak for the little girl. But then, a man noticed a shape on his porch. Could this be a breakthrough? Charlie comes from the city of Lebanon Junction in Kentucky. She lives there with her grandparents, who also have custody of the tot. However, in June, the little girl went missing from her home. Charlie's disappearance sparked a large-scale police search, which was aided by around 100 volunteers. The search party focused the majority of their efforts on an area of woodland near the little girl's home, but Charlie was nowhere to be seen. A day after the tot had gone missing, police investigations took a worrying turn when 4 sniffer dogs involved in the search for the little girl seemed to show an interest in something. The dogs were sniffing around a pool on the family's property, but the search there eventually drew a blank. As a result, police and volunteers continued to look for Charlie. Almost 32 hours into the search, Eric Butler, the Southeast Bullet Fire Department chief, was visiting Charlie's grandparents at their home, and it was then that the investigation had a breakthrough. While Butler was at the address, a dog turned up at the house, and the canine in question was the Campbell family's pit bull, Penny. At that point, it was believed the animal may have been with Charlie, so the fire chief decided to investigate. Given Penny's sudden disappearance, Butler hoped that Charlie was in the vicinity. So he called Bullitt County Sheriff Donnie Tinnell, who had some good news. The toddler was safe and well. Charlie had been found just 500 yards from her grandparents' home. Charlie had apparently walked out of the woods adjacent to her grandparents' home before arriving on her neighbor Wayne Brown's porch. A father of 2 himself, Brown told WLKY, "I had been sitting on my couch and asking God to please let somebody find her." Little Charlie was found in the frozen pajama top she had reportedly been wearing when she disappeared. However, she was no longer wearing her diaper. Moreover, the little girl was scratched, dirty, and covered in ticks. She was also so dehydrated that Brown said she quickly downed a bottle and a half of water. The neighbor also noted that Charlie was rather quiet. In June 2018, he told WDRB, "She handed me this bottle, and I said, 'Are you Charlie?' She didn't answer me. She wouldn't say anything. The only thing she did utter was the word puppy," after she reunited with her dog Penny. Given the timings of both of their disappearance, some people believed Penny had stayed by Charlie's side for the duration of the time the toddler was missing. Some even believe the animal may have saved the child's life by watching over her in the woods. Among those to sing Penny's praises was Charlie's grandmother, Beth Campbell. Speaking about the dog, Campbell later told WISTV, "When my dog didn't come home and my baby wasn't home, she was not going to leave that baby until she got here." Meanwhile, Sheriff Tinnell was astonished that Charlie could have survived almost 2 days in the wilderness. He told Wave 3, "There's coyotes in them hills. There's copperheads and rattlesnakes and ticks, all the elements. And somehow she came out in pretty good shape." Tinnell was particularly confused as to how responders could have missed Charlie and Penny, despite searching the area they emerged from around 6 times. "That big dog, because he's huge, and that child looks like it would be hard to miss," he said. Tinnell added, "It might be circumstance where she got tired and laid down and went to sleep for hours on end, behind a stump or behind a tree or who knows what, a big rock? It's possible to overlook, I guess, if the dog laid down with her." Tinnell admitted it was possible the search party had simply missed Charlie and Penny. However, because there were so many questions surrounding the child's disappearance, Child Protective Services stepped in to take custody of her. In the meantime, the police quizzed Charlie's family members in a bid to establish the circumstances around her vanishing. Police reportedly had their doubts that Charlie was in the woods the entire time she was missing. Instead, Tinnell suggested she may have been at someone's home. As a result, Charlie underwent forensic testing to determine if she'd eaten anything while unaccounted for and also if she'd suffered any abuse. Investigators also requested a warrant to search the cell phone records of Charlie's relatives. According to WLKY, Tinnell believed the child's disappearance may have had something to do with an alleged custody disagreement between her grandmother and her mom. Despite these allegations, Charlie's great-grandmother, Lisa Cheshire, told Wave 3 there was nothing untoward the tot's disappearance. She just learned to unlock a deadbolt. In the days following Charlie's disappearance, Beth Campbell was charged with endangering the welfare of a minor after the grandmother allegedly admitted to using meth while she was watching/caring for the child. However, the case against Campbell was later dropped.
Thanks for watching another heartwarming video. Please check out our channel for more stories that will make your heart melt.